He's got a little bit of a problem with our live stream. Just had to reconnect. And Kat Nikoloff. Nice swing from Kat. Natalie Buck back to serve. Natalie played her college ball at Georgian College up in Barrie. Janelle Albert. Ooh. Right at Danielle Brisebois. And then Danielle right back at it. Great reaction. And that one looks like it landed in the back corner. Nicely done, Alicia Jack. So Danielle Brisebois has got to be wondering, what do I got to do here? Two big swings and a nice block. Still can't get the point. Q2 does. Brooke Davis back to serve. Brooke played at Windsor. Everyone in Soul Machine yelling out, but Natalie Buck played it. And now the ace for Q2. It was a hot, sticky day in Toronto. Some guys thought I was waiting for their parking space out in the parking lot when I was just trying to drive through to go park in the next lot. Dudes ended up screaming at me as Machikowski missed on that attempt. So temperatures raising with the tempers here in Toronto. Kat Nikoloff back to serve. This Kat's third year in one volleyball. Set off for Machikowski. She would have went into the net. Just pulled out. We're tied at 8 here in the first set. So just a reminder, we only go to 15, 3 sets of 15. First set is worth 1 point. Second set is worth 2 points. Third set is worth 3 points. Great format, so that way teams just don't roll over in the third set if they're not feeling it. Janelle Albert missed on that attempt. And we got a timeout on the floor. So thanks for joining us here on the One Volleyball YouTube stream. Don't forget to click subscribe, the big red button on your YouTube screen. Also follow One Volleyball on Instagram and Facebook. It's a great source of information, video, highlights. They post the top 5 plays every week. Once in a while, I'll post some highlights on my YouTube as well. Just type Chris McKee on YouTube. Got a couple games up there. So if you don't want to watch all hour of the game, I condense it down to about 3 minutes. Kat Nikoloff back to serve for Soul Machine. Gabby Machikowski and Alex Stein with the block, and then Alicia Jack taps that away. Janelle Albert back to serve. Janelle out of Fanshawe after playing a year at Ryerson. Puts that one into the net. So Janelle yet to get going. Janelle usually one of the better players in the Toronto Premier League. Slow start tonight. Jackie Ellis, a little lazy floater of a serve. Gabby Machikowski. Oh, Gabby paints the back line. Lovely swing. Alicia Jack back to serve. Alicia started things off, for Q2. Taylor Brisebois right at Jack. Good hands. And Jezerowski there for Soul Machine. Davis sets for Machikowski. And Julie Jezerowski, unbeatable. And there's Taylor Brisebois with the block. A little too delicate from Gabby on that attempt. Taylor goes, 6'2", 6'3"? She's got long arms. in the NBA say she's got a long wingspan. I don't know if wingspan's a volleyball phrase. Wrestling match at the net. And Gabby Machikowski finally wins that. Gabby looking like Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top. You got to Google that. It's like an arm wrestling movie from the 1980s. Stallone plays a trucker who wins arm wrestling matches in bars, and there's Alex Steins, wins that wrestling match. Jezorowski back to serve. Julie played at Marquette University. Her first season in one volleyball. Kat Nikoloff. Big swing from Kat. 13-11. And now a timeout on the floor, Q2, with them in danger of letting this set slip away. Well, there we go. So thanks to Inting, the in-game announcer. So the 1-4 game will be at York, I believe, next Thursday, and the 2-3 game at Kerr, one or the other. And I would imagine the men's the same. So I'm going to be calling the game at York next Thursday. I usually work Wednesday nights, doing the traffic for Newstalk 1010 and TSN 1150 during the week, so you can listen to me on the way up down to Kerr. Let you know that the Don Valley Parkway is jammed as usual. And looks like Breezebrough touched the net. Q2 coming back in. So for the first time tonight, Lauren Veltman serving. I missed last week's games. They were on a Wednesday. I did come to watch. Got off work at 10:15 and stopped in and watched the last two sets of the women's game. But the week before, Lauren Veltman out in Oshawa, player of the game. She was unbelievable. Machikowski. Speaking of unbelievable, there's Gabby Machikowski. So Q2, that timeout huge. Settled them down, and now back tied. Lauren Veltman serving, trying to steal this set from Soul Machine. Albert just gets it over. Free ball for Soul Machine. And Natalie Buck perfectly adjusts mid-air. The set was way off her. She had to reach back. Nicely done. Great effort from Natalie. And now we got set point. Taylor Breezebois serves for the set. And a really poor effort. Just way too delicate on that one. Tara Tanasiewicz serving for Q2. Tara out of Guelph University. Kat Nikoloff. Wow, what a block. Janelle Albert. And now Soul Machine wants a timeout. So Janelle has shaken off her early set woes, comes up with a big play there. That should settle her down. Got some Eminem in the background. Not Afraid. Produced by Ajax's own Matthew Samuels, a.k.a. Boy Wonder. Won a Grammy for this. It's down 10 minutes east of where we are at the Pan Am Center. Deep in the heart of Scarborough, right next to the University of Toronto Scarborough campus. Tara Tanasiewicz back to serve again for Q2. We're tied at 14. Ellis sets for Buck. Natalie Buck. Natalie having herself a first set. And now she'll go back and serve. Albert, excuse me. Buck with a nice dig. And there's Danielle Brisebois with the kill. And now Buck back. Try to finish things off for Soul Machine. Albert wants it. And too strong. You know, Janelle was trying to put a hole in the floor with that swing. You can tell, even when she called for the set, she wanted that, but just a little too anxious. So Soul Machine takes set number 1. We'll be right back for the start of number 2. Getting ready for the start of set number 2. Andy Price starts things off on the right side of your screen. Nice serve. Alex Steins. And looks like Lindsay McCabe with the block. Price again. Oh, wow. What a dig. Tara Tanasiewicz diving for that. Unbelievable. Andy Price. Too much for Livingston to handle. So Tara out of nowhere. Unbelievable. Price, another good serve. Albert on the left side, too strong, right at Livingston again. So Livingston didn't play in the first set. Q2 going right at her. She's still got to get warmed up, a little bit adjusted to the game. So Price started at Mount Royal, then transferred to Calgary. Finally misses one, too strong. Jackie Ellis serves. Jackie, a former CIS, so obviously now U Sports All-Star. Big swing from Albert Ellis there. McCabe. And it was outside the antenna. So that's going to be Soul Machine point. Jackie Ellis back to serve again. Mentioned a Canada West and National All-Star. And an academic All-Canadian as well. And wow. So Danielle Brisebois with a big swing, and then Taylor finishes that off. We're tied at 3. Ellis again. And a little short on that attempt. Q2 point. Tara Tanasiewicz back to serve. Tara, an OUA West All-Rookie team member. And first team All-OUA as well. And Gabby duffs that one. Brisebois back to serve. Danny, the MVP of the Toronto Premier League last year. With Steph Neville, the MVP the year before, still buried on the bench for Soul Machine, yet to play. And great save from Ellis and Brisebois. Albert. And then Albert says, yeah, nice try. Big swing from Janelle. Now Alex Bartman into the game for the first time. Alex played at Humber College. Of course, one of the more storied programs in the country. And that's Sophia Courier out there, number 6. And just missed Brisebois. Good call from the ref. I had a good eye on that one. Here's Bartman again. Alex had success wherever she's played, OFSA champ and OCAA champ. And there's Elisa Jack. Who's the champ? And now we got a timeout on the floor. Soul Machine looks all out of sorts. Q2 rolling. So don't forget, click subscribe to the One Volleyball YouTube stream. Stay up to date on all things One Volleyball. You drop me a line on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Got some Vanilla Ice bumping in the background. So thanks to Joe Amaral and Jackie Ellis for showcasing me, and Henrietta from One Volleyball. They put the video of me up on the One Volleyball Instagram, talking about my career in music. I was an agent for 20 years, and Vanilla Ice was one of my clients. So quite fitting that we got the Ice Ice Baby bumping in the background. I produced, 4 national tours for Vanilla Ice? Veronica Livingston. Taylor Brisebois. And Taylor Brisebois says, if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Big swing for Taylor. Sophia Courier back to serve for the first time tonight. And Taylor Brisebois dunks that one in. Nicely done. Courier serves again. Livingston. And short on that attempt, puts that into the net. Janelle Albert back to serve. So Janelle yet to get going at the service line tonight. And then there she is on cue with a lovely serve. And blocked, but just out of bounds. Unlucky, Alicia Jack. And now here we have substitutions. We're going to see Lauren Wong for the first time tonight. She'll serve. And then Steph Neville, number 4, coming in. Lauren Wong. And Neville, right off the bat, making a big play. Obviously, Steph from a big volleyball family. Katie Neville, her sister, on the other side. Q2 yet to get into the game. Machikowski, there's Wong. And unlucky for Machikowski. And Albert, again, everything long tonight. He's got to settle down, take just a little bit off it. That's someone who's pressing too much. When you're going too hard, too much like that, you're trying to correct every mistake with one swing. One at a time, Janelle. And there's Steph Neville again. And there's a timeout on the floor. So it was all Q2. And now Soul Machine fighting back in. Energy level definitely up for the ladies in black and red. Well, I should just put the mic down and go home. If you can insert a Vanilla Ice lyric into one of your calls, you're already the winner. So I'll pat myself on the back for that one. Back to it. Here for the start. Or the rejoining of set number 2, excuse me. Lauren Wong serving. That heat, man, it got me. I'm all out of sorts today. And Andy Price just missed. No touch. Substitution, Brooke Davis coming back in for Alex Bartman. Wong serving again. Wong on a good run of service. Machikowski. And what's the call? Just missed, yeah. Thought it was out. And now another timeout on the floor. So this Pan Am facility, built, of course, for the Pan Am Games, which were, 2014, I believe. This, I know this area well because I was born and raised in Scarborough, and this was just a giant, I think this is where all the salt trucks were when they salt, in the winter. This is just where they stored all the salt. And when they were putting the facility here, I thought, I don't know if that makes sense, but seeing it, it is absolutely world-class. Everything from, obviously this setup you guys can see with the camera. There's a basketball court to the left out of camera. Full diving facility. Andy Price. Alicia Jack, but Breezewas there. And that one, and they go racing for it. But there's Steph Neville again. Talk about making an impact. So ever since Neville and Wong come in, it's all Soul Machine. Really changed the fortune of the game. Lauren out of Ryerson. OUA All-Star. Nice set for Livingston. And that wasn't a nice set. Q2, all out of sorts. And now here's set point. Wong will serve. Lauren Veltman back in for Q2. And out of bounds, and that's it. Around the antenna. Soul Machine takes set number 2. That was too easy. So talking about making a difference, Lauren Wong comes in and then runs the table. Soul Machine takes second set. We'll be right back for set number 3. So here we go, set number 3. Soul Machine dominant in set number 2. Q2 looked the part early and then just fell apart. Don't forget, coming up next, we got the Madawaska Madness. Excuse me, the Magnus is the man, forgive me. And the Galaxy All-Stars coming up next. They're warming up right below the bottom of your screen. You can see a few heads popping around. You'll see a few balls bouncing by. It's a test to me broadcasting. It's really distracting because the balls keep bouncing in front, kind of floating in front of my view. Janelle Albert, really nice serve. And there's Lauren Veltman, a bit more like it. You know, why they've gotten away from giving her the ball, I don't know. But she's been unbelievable the past few weeks and rarely seeing the floor tonight. And just missed by a hair. Unlucky. The power she gets on it, it's just so tough to handle, but got to get that in. Just missed. Danielle Brisebois back to serve. The crowd filling in here at the Pan Am Center. Alex Steins taps that away. So Alex started her career at Niagara and then transferred to York. Making a big play there. Andy Price. And there's Taylor Brisebois, but it went out of bounds. They're not too happy about the call. I thought it was Soul Machine point, but Taylor thought she got that. Veltman serves. Lauren with the ace. Lauren, a national champ from Ryerson. Lauren out of Brampton, Ontario. Machikowski and Jezerowski there, but too much for her to handle. Big swing from Gabby Machikowski. So it's hot and muggy in the gym. You can see the ladies a little stickier than normal when we were up in Oshawa 2 weeks ago. That gym's ice cold. Lauren short on that attempt. I wore a shirt and tie the first few weeks. It's way too hot in the gym for that, so I've switched to golf shirt. Jezerowski. And Natalie Buck. Lovely block. Natalie's had a big night so far. Jezerowski to serve. Tapped away, Kat Nikoloff. So Kat goes, 6'3", 6'4", just taps that away. Jezerowski back to serve. And there's an ace for Julie. Machikowski just missed. Gabby frustrated on that one. The set was perfect for her. She hit it cleanly, just didn't place it well, just missed. And there's a timeout on the floor. So thanks for joining us here on One Volleyball. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. You can check me out on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. My Instagram at Mr. McKee CM. I was just thankful they found a decent enough picture of me to post on the One Volleyball Instagram. A generous filter. Thank God for those Instagram filters, eh? It gives people like me a chance in life. Back to it, Jezerowski on a good run of service for Soul Machine to the right of your screen. McCabe just taps it over. And what a play from Jackie Ellis on the floor, but that went around the antenna. And that's Q2 point. Machikowski back to serve for Q2. Gabby out of Toronto. Went to St. Joe's High School. Actually, she's going to the bench. Alex Barton will come back in. Alex out of Uxbridge. I think she went to Uxbridge High School. And a disappointing set for McCabe. She went up and was literally left out to dry. So Lauren Wong and Steph Neville coming back in set number 2. They made all the difference. Lauren went on a good run of serve, I think about 6-7 points in a row. Another good serve. Price. Wong sets for Buck. And Andy Price. Big swing, big kill. Andy now back to serve. Nikoloff suspended in air, just got it over. Neville. And again, there's Bartman setting for McCabe. That's twice now where the set hasn't even been close. Lindsay's got to be frustrated. Natalie Buck back to serve. Natalie from Keswick, Ontario. Neville almost into the stance, keeps that alive. And finally a good set for McCabe, and she shows you how it's done. And she pointed at Bartman like, that's what I'm looking for. We also got Katie Neville in for the first time, number 6 on Q2. So the Neville sisters on either side of the net. Tara Tenasievich serves. And Steph Neville right at Katie Neville. And Steph with the kill. And Steph talking a little junk to her younger sister. Kat Nikoloff back to serve to your right. And Janelle Albert, wow. That's a bit more like it from Janelle. Not even a crack of a smile, though. Still see a little bit of frustration on her. Hopefully, that's one of the things, something like that will get her back on track. Brooke Davis back to serve. Albert. And from the back row, Natalie Buck. So Natalie's had a night. Definitely in the running for player of the game for Soul Machine. Now Steph Neville back to serve. Steph, of course, a Florida State Seminole. And is that a double? No, I think someone touched the net. There's Jackie Ellis coming back in. So Neville Wong, that tandem back to the bench. Some AC/DC Thunderstruck. This is more of a hockey arena song than a volleyball arena song, I'm thinking. I remember this came out, I'm going to say 1990, 91. I was chatting with someone the other day. Remember AC/DC came to Toronto for the big SARS concert back in 2004? That's when the Rolling Stones headlined. What they did, AC/DC played, then Justin Timberlake came on and got booed off the stage, which I love me some JT, but whoever booked that, placing AC/DC, then JT, then the Rolling Stones, doesn't necessarily flow together. You know what I mean? Maybe a separate stage. Machikowski. And JT hadn't really become JT yet. He was just on the verge of it. Breezebra misses on that attempt. I don't think Sexy Back had come out at that point yet. It was a few years away. Albert. Taylor Breezebra. And now Andy Price with a big swing. Really nice. But Andy comes up holding her hands. A ton of power on that. Looks to be all right, though. Speaking of a ton of power, Janelle Albert back to serve to the left of your screen. And rolls that one into the net. 13-10, Soul Machine leads. Danielle Breezebois back to serve. So I caught a little bit of the Canadian national team, women's national team on the YouTube stream earlier this week. They're playing Czechoslovakia. No commentators on the live stream. It's a little distracting. Buck and Machikowski wins that wrestling match. But no, they're saying she went over the net. Unlucky. And now here's Brisebois serving for the match. They were telling her it was going out. Albert played it, but Machikowski makes the most of that. Big swing and a little bit of emotion coming out of Gabby after that. A big yell. That's the frustration. Now Lauren Veltman back to serve. And that's Alex Steins. Taps that away. Perfectly placed. And for making that big play, Alex gets a seat on the bench. Kat Nikoloff back in. Julie Jezorowski will serve for the set. Brisebois punches it over. Price on the left side. Andy Price. Big swing. Lovely. So no points on that. The serve just changed hands. Gabby Machikowski will serve left of your screen out of picture. A big long run. High toss. Great serve. Natalie Buck. Tennessee-Evich is there. And Brooke Davis steals that one away from Soul Machine. Machikowski serves again. Gabby 10th all-time in Loyola Chicago school history in kills. And a good effort from Albert, but Taylor Brisebois wins service back. And now Soul Machine will serve Lauren Wong and Steph Neville coming back in. And Wong will serve. She's been fantastic from the service line all night. Steph Neville. Albert's there. McCabe just can't get the set she wants tonight. Another great dig. And that'll do it. Steph Neville finishes things off for Soul Machine. What an impact both Steph Neville and Lauren Wong have. They came in at the end of the second set, end of the third set, really changed the whole momentum of the game. Absolutely dominant, those two ladies. Tip of the cap to you. So Soul Machine takes that one tonight. Stick around. In a few minutes, we're going to see Madawaska and Galaxy All-Star coming up. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris McKee.